All right, YouTube. This is the old Rovan SLT 45cc. They quit making this car with the 45cc on it. So I bought it a few years back. I did a few upgrades to it. The Rovan hub, spindles up here, the Rovan turnbuckles, you know, the blue parts. I shined that top piece up. Stock shocks. Back here I got the hostile hub there. It doesn't have a camber on it. I guess here or there, whichever one you wanted, would change the camber, but then you would, you know, I don't want to talk about that because I don't know too much about suspensions there, but by moving that, shortening that up, you do change some type of but anyways, put this little red intake on it. This is a WT1257 carb. That's about 130 bucks by the time you get it home. I wanted to get some heat off of the engine, so I cut this plastic piece off. Right where you see it cut is where you need to cut it at, right here by these holes, because if you take it completely off, there's a hole here, a gap, and the magneto in there will probably get more dirty. And then this roll bar deal, that plastic piece in the front broke. I had to, you know, make a new plastic piece, but this car handles really well. It turns on a dime, stops on a dime, and so I've never rolled it over. I mean, I don't go crazy or on a track or anything like that, just in the yard. But I don't really need this, so I took it off, you know, and so I'm waiting on a gasket for this pipe, that rear gasket right there. I've only drove this car maybe 5-6 times, and when I took that off, that gasket was completely deteriorated. And that pipe does not fit. I hate that pipe. I mean, I say that every time I do a video, but that pipe sucks. It needs a nice pipe coming around here like this and down, but the 5B is shorter than the 5T, low C, and you can't find anybody to give you a nice pipe around there. That would be sweet, or some kind of pipe for it. This is a 45cc. I did grind out that exhaust manifold there, and I'm tempted to buy a pipe and make my own exhaust manifold to fit the 45 and just try to cut the pipe and weld it back together to try to find a pipe for this car and get rid of this. I hate that pipe. Yeah, it doesn't even fit correctly. You have to pull on this over here to get it. I mean, it's terrible. Whoever came up with that pipe, it's a joke. I hate it. I hate that pipe with all my might. But nobody sells one, so that's just a little review. I know I've done this 3 or 4 times, this video on this car, but it's got the dark sole extension, 1-inch extensions on here, that way for Baja, so you know they fit the Baja tires and rims. I had the GT3B for this car go out. It was locking up the front. Well, that servo went bad to lock up the front. I had changed that servo. and the radio, the transmitter was cutting off the engine. Just it'd run for a minute and then cut the engine off. I thought something was wrong with the engine, but it was that transmitter. So I'll probably be getting a Futaba transmitter for it. And you know, I cleaned her all, took the engine off, cleaned her all up, and the only thing with these turnbuckles is that one right there. It's got a little play. And it's the bolt. The bolt is not big enough for the hole in the turnbuckle. It needs a small bushing. That's why I got rid of the plastic ones, because they had so much play. These are all great except for this one on both sides. And like I said in the other video, there's a screw right up under here that holds this plastic on that put a hole in that gas almost through. So I caught it before it went all the way through. Luckily I did. So you gotta snip off that. If you look at my other video, it talks about it. But that's about it with this video. I hope it helps somebody. I mean, I just talked about it. I mean, I do little bitty things. I'm gonna try to run without the cover for that cylinder and see how it works. Later.